Hey everybody, I'm Matt. Welcome to my channel. So I'm looking at these next few weeks, these next few months. We have a few, I feel like during the last year or so, I think post-pandemic, there were a lot of projects that kind of started piling up on us that, whether it's just we wanted to spend more time with the kids and we were just like, we're gonna just put that on a shelf, or whatever the case may be. We have gotten to this point where we just have a few things that are unfinished, and we're just like, and there's also some new projects. We're taking our walk-in closet and making a studio space. If you haven't already guessed, I have ADD, and figuring out how to live in an executive functioning world has been kind of difficult. And so I think during that time that I started reading a lot of self-help and kind of organizational productivity kind of books really before the kids were born. And then I really got into it when I was at home a lot, because there was some downtime. I read all of these different books. So you have like a David Allen Getting Things Done, or there's a Christian version of that I've read called Do More Better by Tim Challies. I found that some of their techniques are kind of made in a way that works well for a type of person, but not my type. One of the things that I'm trying to think of doing is, I heard from someone, let me find her. Let's see. Elizabeth Phillips. So she's connected with Ali Abdaal. I think I'm saying his name right. And I'm a huge fan of both of them. And one of the things that she said, the ideal calendar is to not have a calendar at all. And that, for somebody like me, really lit me up, because, like, in a good way, I feel like when people say lit me up these days, it's like, it could be anything. I can do a schedule that is, if I'm at an event and there is like, there's this thing and then this thing and then this thing and then this thing, I can follow blindly like a sheep. I can follow that blindly and just, kind of drone through the rest of, the day. But for actually doing something creatively myself, where I might be my own manager with my time, like, that just doesn't work to just say, every ounce of this day is taken up, because there's a lot of moments where I get overwhelmed easily. Another thing that she said that really I locked in with, was to have a deadline set, but to leave like that middle, to leave everything between you setting that date and that deadline, leave it kind of spacious. A great example is, we have all these house projects, and some of them are related to the work that I want to do with video. And so we are converting our walk-in closet into a studio space. And for me, that is like, that's where I'm going to be spending a lot of time working. And if I don't have that space like really fueling me up, like it's going to feel like I'm Harry Potter, like stuck in the room underneath the stairs. I think the one thing I'm still trying to figure out is how much time, because we have a basement to finish and we have the studio space. I think those are the main two, and then there's a few like smaller odds and end projects that could get done. And so and I think it's important to put a deadline on these, because I want to make sure that I want to make sure that it's not something that turns into, we're in July right now, so like I don't want it to be something where we're still kind of in this in October. That brings me to another point, and I don't know if Elizabeth said this or it was somebody else, but I think it was along the lines of setting that deadline where they were talking about how neurodiverse types like me will sometimes give ourselves like forever to accomplish something. And so that's another part of it is kind of giving myself a little competition, like a little personal competition to kind of say, like, you know, it shouldn't take you that long to do it. Because what I've done in the past is I've sometimes given myself, like, you know, when I think about writing or recording a video or something like that, it turns into something where I'm giving myself like a whole week for something that may take actually only 2 or 3 hours. And that's something I want to like improve on, and I want to get better at, is setting better, more realistic deadlines, because it can go the other way too. It can go where I am giving myself too little time. I get into a perfectionist kind of zone when like I'm editing a video or I'm creating some kind of art piece. That's when I can get into a place where I will spend forever on it, and there's a point where I have to just hit submit. Yeah, those are just some thoughts. I hope that if you're going through something similar where you're trying to get, you know, you have these big goals and visions and things that you want to accomplish. I'm in the thick of it. I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm like I said, I'm going to be doing some videos on updating kind of the progress, and I'm excited about some of the things down the pipeline. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.